Good morning. Alright, so let's look at ES. So this is the third day, the fourth day today would be of balance in the same range. On yesterday, so Sunday night and between yesterday and between Sunday night and yesterday, we did fill this gap, but it only happened during the overnight session. So then we immediately sold off at the open. Sorry, I wanted to show this. At the open, we sold off. Then we came back inside the previous session's value, and then we swept through value. Hold on, and then we again spend the rest of the session in the same area as this last couple of days. So now today we are still in the same area. If you look at the overnight session profile, it's all within the same area. So this market is likely still waiting for those big earnings for FOMC on Wednesday. And we might still stay stuck in this range. So obviously this area, there was sellers for the past several days. So if we get into this area, we have to see if there's still sellers that and then reject this spike again, or if we start trading inside of it and then are able to hold. So the thing that I want to see holding is, first of all, the 65 area, which is yesterday's half, which is just below the overnight high. That for me needs to hold. And then above that, we have the weekly and the monthly pivots, which are going to be also resistance. So if they don't hold, then we might come back and do another value area sweep and then test yesterday's value area low. Now if we hold above this 80 area, then we're likely going to test that 90-day point of control. We have a little bit of resistance at the 7500 area, and if we get above that, then yesterday's high, and then the gap fill, which we haven't filled it during the RTH session. And then still waiting for these two lows. We have this low right here, and then a weekly low here. So a bunch of lows here that we could look below and looking for a reversal there at this area. But if we if we hold below that and we don't bounce right away, I'm looking for all these projected targets from this bearish imbalances that we had from before at 92, 82, and 74. And then, we still have a few references to the downside if sellers stay in control, because right now this market has lots of sellers, but we also have a lot of imbalances on the upper side. So this could go either way. We could trap all these sellers right here, then push higher, then eventually come back lower. So and Q, the divergence that I mentioned on the title of the video, is because if we look at this back-to-back value in the same area compared to NQ, which is not even a little bit of overlap of the value area. So it's like one time framing down, and then the values are way below each other, right? So strong sellers in Nasdaq versus sellers that can't get any continuation on the ES. That's something to note. But if sellers keep going at it on Nasdaq, it's gonna drag ES also to the downside. I had to turn on that 360-day profile for NQ because I was running out of levels here. And we see that we have a big area where we previously have acceptance down here for NQ. We have the 200 moving average at 26,600. So in the case that we keep seeing sellers watching this big large volume node here at 26,400, right below the 26,400. Okay, crude still rejecting these highs. The 20-day point of control is still at 79, so that's a target to the downside as long as we get below 80.5. And then on the upside, we left this gap here, but we need to hold above this this area right here, which is going to be resistance now, the 85.60. If we hold above it, then we can fill the gap. Otherwise, we're gonna trade between these high volume nodes. Gold shifted that 20-day point of control up to 40.70, but still trading in this range, so nothing yet. And remember, I had that if we see more sellers and we lose that 4,000 area, I have this high volume node here at 38.20, 38.30. That will be a target to the downside in case if we lose that 4,000. Today we have a few economic releases. We have U.S. consumer confidence at 10 a.m. We have some Trump meeting at 11. We have auction, 7-year auction at 1 p.m. And then at the end of the session, we have earnings, Visa, Ford. And then tomorrow morning, we have a bunch of more stuff. We have FOMC, we have at the end of the session, we have Microsoft earnings, then we have PCE, GDP, consumer spending. We have a bunch of stuff in the next few days. Apple's reporting also on Thursday after the bell. So still lots of room for lots of moves in this market. Alright, that's about it. Good luck.